chocolate. Just the word makes you think of enjoying yourself, a treat, and maybe even a little bit of guilt. All over the world, from busy cities to small villages, chocolate has a special place in our hearts and our taste buds. But how often do we stop and think about where this treat comes from? How does it go from a bitter bean to the smooth, yummy bar we love? Come with me on an awesome adventure as we follow the journey of chocolate. From deep in the rainforest to the shelves at the grocery store, we'll learn the secrets of this treat everyone loves. Get ready to see how it's made, the hard work of the people who make it, and the cool history that turns a simple cacao bean into the chocolate we all love. Our trip starts in the middle of the tropics, surrounded by the rainforest's green trees. Here, with the sounds of beautiful birds and insects, we find the start of our chocolate, the cacao tree. Its scientific name is Theobroma cacao, which means food of the gods. This special tree is from the Amazon and grows best in the warm, shady parts of the rainforest. For a very long time, ancient people grew cacao trees and thought their beans were very valuable. Today, you can find them in the rainforests of South America, Africa, and Asia, and people all over the world still love what they give us. The journey from bean to bar starts with nature doing something amazing. Small white flowers grow right on the trunk and branches of the cacao tree. Tiny insects called midges come to the flowers and help them make more cacao trees. These pretty flowers turn into big, colorful pods. These pods kind of look like long melons and take a few months to grow. As they get ripe, they change color, from bright yellow and orange to deep red and purple. Each pod is like a treasure chest. Inside are the cacao beans, the secret ingredient for our chocolate. Picking cacao pods is hard work, and you have to be careful. Farmers use big knives called machetes to cut the ripe pods off the trees. They have to be careful not to hurt the tree. Then they carefully crack open the pods to show rows of white cacao beans covered in a sweet, gooey stuff called pulp. This pulp tastes good and gives us a hint of the yummy flavors inside the beans. Section 5. Fermenting flavors. The magic begins. To turn the bitter cacao beans into chocolate flavor, we have to ferment them. This is where the magic happens. The beans and their pulp are put in big piles covered with banana leaves and left alone for a while. This important step takes a few days. Tiny things in the air called yeasts and bacteria mix with the sugar in the pulp. This makes heat and changes the beans. This is how we get the chocolate, coffee, and fruity flavors we love in chocolate. Section 6. Drying and roasting, developing the flavor. After fermenting, the cacao beans turn a dark brown. Then they're spread out in the sun to dry. This gets rid of extra water and keeps them from going bad. Drying time depends on the weather, but it usually takes about a week. Once they're dry, it's time to roast the beans, which brings out even more flavor. Roasting changes the beans and gives them that great chocolate smell we all know. Different roasting times and temperatures make different flavors, from light and fruity to dark and strong. Section 7. Grinding cocoa beans, from nibs to liquor. The roasted beans are crunchy and smell amazing. Now we crack them open to get to the good stuff inside. The cacao nibs. These nibs are then ground into a thick paste called cocoa liquor. This strong-tasting liquor has cocoa solids and cocoa butter, which is a kind of fat found naturally in cacao beans. This is what we use to make all kinds of chocolate, from dark baking chocolate to sweet white chocolate. Section 8. Conching and tempering. The art of smoothness. To turn the rough cocoa liquor into the smooth chocolate we all love, we have to conch and temper it. Conching is when we slowly mix the cocoa liquor with sugar and more cocoa butter in big, heated machines. This can take hours or even days. It makes the chocolate smooth and creamy. Tempering is the last step. We carefully heat and cool the chocolate to just the right temperature. This makes the chocolate shiny, gives it a good snap when you break it, and helps it melt in your mouth. Section 9. Chocolate bar creation, molding, and packaging. The chocolate is ready to be made into its final shape. We pour it into molds of all shapes and sizes, from regular bars to fancy designs. Once the chocolate is cool and hard, we wrap it up in special packaging so we can send it out to people all over the world. Packaging not only keeps the chocolate safe, but also makes it look pretty and tells you about the company that made it. Section 10. A global love affair. Chocolate consumption. From the busy streets of New York City to the cute cafes of Paris, people everywhere love chocolate. Every year, we eat millions of tons of chocolate around the world. Switzerland is famous for making great chocolate, and they eat the most chocolate per person, over 19 pounds each year. From chocolate bars and truffles to cakes and other desserts, there are so many ways to enjoy chocolate. Section 11. From bean to bar, a delicious journey. Our trip from bean to bar took us all over. From the rainforest to the factories where chocolate is made. We saw how cacao beans are turned into the smooth, delicious treat that everyone loves. Next time you eat chocolate, think about the amazing journey it took to get to you. From the farmers who grow the cacao trees to the chocolatiers who make amazing chocolate creations, it's all thanks to their hard work and passion that we can enjoy this special treat.